Hello everyone. So this is my first orchid, that beautiful orchid that my sister has gifted me. But recently I saw a video that why the orchids, die soon after bringing in from the store. So I'll tell you why. So see, this orchid, this beautiful orchid was packed in this tiny little plastic pot, and the roots were suffocated with the sphagnum moss. Look at the root rot. So this is the reason, because of the suffocation of the roots. See, these orchids die soon after we bring them home. And the first thing that you should do after buying an orchid is to just remove all this sphagnum moss and put it in a new container, and make sure you are not digging the roots of the orchids in soil or water or even in sphagnum moss. You have to place them loosely. I'll show you how. So the first thing you need to do is just remove all of these rotten roots, and then we're gonna transplant it in a new pot. I am going to use a ceramic pot. Sorry, not the ceramic pot. The terracotta pot. You can use either one of them, a plastic pot, or just make sure it has holes in it. And I am going to use an orchid mix, which is composed of no soil but charcoal and wood chunks. And this is how orchids grow in their natural environment too. So this is very crucial that you not dig them. The root needs to have some air flowing through them. That's how the orchids grow. Never put them in soil or water, or even bury them with sphagnum moss. Even if you are using sphagnum moss, use a mix of sphagnum moss and orchid mix, and then place them loosely. The roots should be not digged in but loosely placed like this. I'll show you how. So see, the amount of root rot was there in this tiny pot, and I am trying to just leave the healthy looking root system on the plant. And now I'm gonna pack this new pot with this moist sphagnum moss at the bottom, and then I'm gonna top it up with the bark mix. Fill the pot to the half of it with the bark mix, so that whenever I am spraying sphagnum moss or I am trying to water my orchid, no water should stay on and like stay in the pot, and it should all drain out and just leave with some kind of moist sphagnum only. So now I'm going to put some sphagnum in this pot, top it up, and I'm going to lay my orchid on top of it. Try not to dig it out, and I'm going to just leave some of the roots outside, hanging outside, so that even if there is some kind of root rot that start to happen, these roots are going to these roots don't let my orchid die completely. So this is how we're gonna repot it, and it should stay healthy now, and it will grow new roots inside the pot. So this is how you should always do whenever you buy a new orchid plant from any of the big box store. So after we completed the repotting of our orchid, now it's time to water our plant. So for watering my orchids, I am going to take an empty vessel on which my this terracotta pot can rest, and at the same time it can be soaked inside the pot. So I'm going to water my plant with a mix of distilled water with some liquid fertilizer. Here I have used organic liquid fertilizer of half strength. I have mixed it in this water, and I'm going to water this from the top, and I'm going to make sure that all the water is drained out in the vessel beneath the pot, and I'm going to leave it for some time so that the bark and the sphagnum moss can soak it completely, and at the same time drain it out completely. I'm also going to mist it with the same mixture, and voila, our orchid is